YouTubers, Fortune Cookie 45LC coming to you in Hot Lead Zone. And if you go to the Speer site and look up plastic bullets, you'll find these. These are Speer's plastic bullets in plastic cases training ammo. Very easy to put together. You just take a case and then you seat a large pistol Magnum primer by just pressing it down over the primer and then finger apply the bullet into the case and you've got a loaded round like this. I've got a box here of about 85 to 90 of these loaded rounds all ready to go in there. And you see one of them over there. At any rate, these are popular because they've been around for 35 years or so. Now these are the original ones with the blue bullets in the black plastic cases. The current Speer plastic bullets are black bullets and red cases. So it's been quite a while since they've had these blue ones. The advantages are supposed to be that these are very inexpensive, they're cheap, they're reusable. You'll get about 10 uses out of them if you have the bullets hitting a soft backstop, like a cardboard box stuffed full of old clothes. You'll be able to use these bullets about 10 times. If you use another backstop, such as an old hollow core door, that won't work because these bullets will actually shoot through half the side of the hollow core door and you'll deform the bullets. These are in 38 caliber, but Speer also makes these in 44 caliber and also 45 caliber. So that's quite a good versatile selection of calibers. But the velocity of the 38s are somewhere around 300 to 500 feet per second. So they're quite zippy, but they're fairly quiet. You should still wear ear protection and eye protection. Well, I know that these are popular enough that they've been made for 35 years, but you'll notice that I bought 100 of them and there's still about 85 of them in there not used, brand new. So I shot about 15 rounds and that was enough. Well, why is that? Because if you're an experienced shooter, you won't appreciate the fact that these are not very accurate. At garage distances, you have a hard time hitting the cardboard box because they keyhole and they shoot big groups. They also shoot very low because they're very light and the velocity is somewhere around 300 to 500 feet per second for the 38 caliber, and so they shoot very low. And you don't want to go cranking your sights down. You can't crank them down far enough anyway. So for experienced users, experienced shooters, you'll find that you won't really get much out of shooting these. They're only good for like 10 feet and closer. Farther than that and the accuracy is abysmal. Dismal. YouTubers, I guess the real reason I can't be happy with these Speer plastic bullets is I can't split playing cards with them. Well, that's because if you look at this fired bullet here, you'll see that it's got a hollow base and the dimension of this bullet is 0.343 inches, which is a lot smaller than the bore of a 38 caliber revolver. You'll see that it's just barely got a little marks of the lens there. So because of that, you don't get much accuracy. Well, these are great for teaching gun handling and safety and this kind of thing. Not for marksmanship, but for new shooters, might have some value there to teach the safe handling of the guns. But the problem is, after about 10, 12 rounds, they're not going to get much out of it. Today, our primers are very valuable for use in reloading live ammo. So if I were going to be using some home practice and this kind of thing, I would probably use my air pistols and air rifles, either 17 caliber or 22 caliber lead pellets. They're much more accurate, just as quiet, just as easy to control the backstop, and you don't have the problem of the ventilation because when you shoot these primers indoors, you have lead exposure. So you have to have very good ventilation. You don't have a problem with that with an air rifle or air pistol. So I'd much rather shoot that, and if I had a new shooter, I would go ahead and use one of my pellet pistols to have them practice indoors. But these things are an individual preference, and if you enjoy shooting them, by all means. And certainly there must be a lot of people that do enjoy shooting these, because Speer wouldn't keep making them if they weren't being sold. So you see, YouTubers, there's the bullet just barely being held in there by the lens. But YouTubers, they're cheap enough that you ought to go ahead and give them a try and see if you like them, because you might like them. And remember, the new ones are red case, so you can see them very easily when they're loaded. And after you shoot these, cleaning up the gun is a snap. YouTubers, take care. We'll see you next video. Bye for now.